Hello and welcome to another episode of the In Between Podcast. Let's go ahead and get things started. Hello there and welcome to another episode of the In Between Podcast with your host as always, Kyle McLemore. Thank you so much for tuning in, and before we get too far along in the pod here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It definitely helps the show stay alive, and we appreciate it here at the In Between Podcast. What's new with you guys? As you can tell from the apparel, you know your boy's been working out, because what is it they always say? Summer bodies are built in the winter, and it's still hella cold outside. I don't know if that's something someone says, but it is still winter, and I'm still trying to work out so that by the time it is summer, I'll have a nice foundation, hopefully. Get some sweet V-action going on would be pretty cool. Is it weird that when I work out, I prefer just cardio or ab stuff? Like, is it weird that I also consider those like lazy workouts? Like cardio, you're just walking or running. Like, it's not that hard. And then ab stuff, it's like, you're just doing ab stuff. It's when you put in the weights and like push-ups, that's when I am just like, start to lose interest. Can you tell that weights and stuff is not my favorite thing to do in terms of working out? But, I'm trying to keep it going, trying to keep the momentum going, starting to feel a little tightness here and there, which is cool. Starting to inject a few roids here and there. No, I'm kidding. Your boy's all natty. Can you tell? Can you tell I'm all natty? I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure you can tell. I go to Planet Fitness, but if I'm being honest, haven't been there in forever. But I'm like their best customer. I do nothing but pay them money and never go see them. I'm cool just paying Planet Fitness and never going to see them. But that'll change soon, I'm sure. Hopefully, I just gotta I don't know why, I like working out. I like working out at home, get into like a real habit, and then start going into the gym. I'm actually close enough to my gym to where I can like run to the gym, work out there, run home. So you get like good cardio, gym workout plus more cardio. So it works out if I can get back on that level. I just don't like going when other people are there. I just don't like going when there's even one other person at the gym. It just like completely like makes me uninterested completely in going to the gym. But January coming to an end, so hopefully the wave of new gym people will slowly start dying off as people start losing interest in their New Year's resolution. Let's see if I can hold out long enough to make it to the gym before my New Year's resolution wears off, but it ain't gonna. I'm gonna be shredded for the summertime. Speaking of working out, I actually unlocked a little secret. You guys remember playing Fight Night? Specifically, Fight Night Round 3, the greatest fight night ever made at the time. Man, I remember that game changing the whole, talk about a game changer. Fight Night Round 3 was amazing because of two words: slow motion. Oh man, that was the first game when they introduced like the fucking slow-mo knockout where it's like, I'm sure when you go back, like the graphics are probably garbage. But at the time, it was like, oh, you can see the ripples on it and like the sweat. Oh, you just knocked out his mouthpiece and just like, greatest thing. Oh, you could also design your character. That was like the most fun. I have so many fun memories from Fight Night. I remember making the most insane, like he had the giant afro and then like his face was like he was like sucking on a lemon. He was just like super sucked in face. And I used to call him the fucking right eye destroyer because I would just fucking jab, jab, jab until like they just had no eye left. So many fights disqualified because the fighter could not continue. Man, Fight Night, so much fun. And then like talk about like really satisfying when you're playing multiplayer and then you knock somebody the fuck out with that fucking and you're just like, yeah, motherfucker, throwing out the controller. That game really lent itself to like trash talking like on the couch. Amazing game. But then speaking of Fight Night, not only was it a amazing game, but it had an amazing soundtrack. And I don't know why it suddenly popped in my head the other day. I was like either just working out or just doing something. And all of a sudden, like the bing, it was just like Fight Night soundtrack. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta look this up. Go on Spotify, and somebody made a playlist from Fight Night. And it was it was just as good as I remember. Like, not only is it a banger after banger, but it's also like the nostalgia of just like, oh, I remember this from the game, dude. I remember specifically picking certain songs when I had like a fight, like when I had like a big fight coming, like, oh, here we go, getting myself fired up. Oh man, just like banger after banger on Fight Night, dude. Such a good game. I really miss playing that, and I'm pretty sure if I picked up like one of the new ones, it's been so long since I've played it. I remember it's like a whole thing with the analog sticks. You gotta really get the hang of it, but once you do, the satisfaction of just like dodging and coming around and hooking somebody, or just like hit him with that uppercut. Hey mate, Fight Night. I'm actually getting in the mood now. I'm gonna go see if I can find my old fucking Fight Night and fire it up. Hit up that soundtrack again, go to the training thing and start training on the heavy bag or whatever. Yeah, Fight Night's super fun. The other thing I wanted to talk about when I was working out is Apple. What the hell, man? Apple. How do you make simultaneously the best and the worst headphones I've ever had in my life? How are these so good and at the same time so bad? Good in terms of like amazing sound quality. Good in terms of like noise cancellation and just like surround sound. Like, it sounds great. I love the sound of these things. You know what I don't like? The fact that there's like even the slightest I use them when I'm working out, so it's like you get the slightest bit of like sweat or moisture in your ear and they're just like dying to like slip out. Anytime I slightly tilt my head forward, they're just like, I can feel them slipping. Or if you're like, I don't know, doing jumping jacks or whatever, it's just like, they don't hang in there that good, and it's just like, what the hell, man? And then also, Apple, why did you design it like a bar of soap? Like, it's literally slick and like smooth like a bar of soap, and every time I go to grab it, I'm like, like slipping out of my hands. And then, God forbid, you actually drop it. It doesn't matter if you drop it on your bed, if you drop it on the floor. It doesn't matter if you drop it and then like catch it again. No matter how you drop it, these fucking these fucking AirPods are gonna shoot out of here like fighter pilots in a fucking jet that's getting hit by a missile. Anytime I drop these things, I can't even say that word. Anytime I drop these, the AirPods are like Tom Cruise and Goose, and they're just like, oh shit, incoming missile, Goose, punch it! And they fucking shoot out in like separate directions in the most dramatic fashion ever, with like incredible jet propulsion that somehow comes from nowhere. Anytime they slightly like slip out of my hand, like, no, incoming bogey, punch it! Goddamn, Apple. So good and yet so annoying at the same time. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. We could probably do a quick rap and slap right there. I know it's been a few days or so since I've been back, but it's good to be back, and we'll keep trying to punch out that new content as much as possible. Before we end it, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Definitely helps the show stay alive, and we appreciate it here at the In Between Podcast. I am your host, as always, Kyle McLemore. We'll see you next time on the pod.